Philadelphia Eagles fans have not experienced the pain the city of Cleveland and their fans as LeBron James left the city a second time. James, finally delivering his promise to bring a title to Cleveland, left the Cavaliers to sign a 4-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers Sunday. Of course, this isn't the first time James left the Cavs fans in heartbreak, first leaving them for the Miami Heat in the decision. This time, LeBron leaving didn't hurt the Cleveland as much, but it still is a tough pill to swallow for the city. Philadelphia has experienced plenty of heartbreak with some great Eagles players leaving over the years. Here are the 5 that still sting. 1. Reggie White. This was no player in the NFL more dominant than White during his tenure with the Eagles. White had 124 sacks in 121 games with the team. White's best was in the strike-shorted 1987 campaign, compiling 21 sacks in 12 games, which included 4 forced fumbles. He had 57 sacks from 1986 to 1988, compiling the best stretch for any defensive player in NFL history. White was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 1987, 1991, and 1998 and was an All-Pro in 13 of his 15s. He finished with 198 sacks, second all-time, while also having 1,048 solo tackles, 33 forced fumbles, and 20 fumble recoveries. He was named to the 1980s and 1990s NFL's All-Decade Team, the league's 75th anniversary team in 1994, and was a first-team All-Pro selection 10 times. White never received an offer from the Eagles and signed a 4-year, $17 million deal with the Packers at the age of 31. He had 68.5 sacks and made 6 Pro Bowls with the Packers, getting his Super Bowl in 1996. His departure still haunts Eagles fans, too. Terrell Owens. Owens was technically released by the Eagles, but the divorce should have never come to that. Owens spent 2 years in Philadelphia and led the Eagles to a Super Bowl appearance in 2004, at which he had 77 catches for 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns in just 14 games. He had 9 catches for 122 yards coming off a broken ankle in Super Bowl 39. He was a fan favorite. He was beloved, but he wanted a new contract. The Eagles didn't budge from the 7-year, $49 million deal he signed in 2004. The 2005 involved sit-ups in the driveway after Owens was kicked out of camp, saying the Eagles would be undefeated with Brett Favre at quarterback, criticizing the organization for not recognizing his 100th career touchdown, and finally being suspended for conduct detrimental to the team. Owens was released in March and signed with the Dallas Cowboys for 3 years, $25 million. Owens had 235 catches for 3,587 yards and 38 touchdowns for the Cowboys in 3s, but no playoff wins. 3. Jeremiah Trotter. A third-round pick out of Stephen F. Austin, Trotter was one of the leaders in an Eagles defense coordinated by Jim Johnson throughout the 2000s. Trotter had 792 tackles, 11 sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 7 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, and 25 pass deflections in 116 games during 3 separate stints with the Eagles: 1998 to 2001, 2004 to 2007, 2009. Trotter earned 4 Pro Bowl appearances in his 8 years with the Eagles. He was also a first-team All-Pro in 2000. Trotter was designated with the franchise tag by the Eagles after the 2001, but the franchise rescinded it after he couldn't agree to a contract. He signed a 7-year, $36 million deal with the Washington Redskins, having 204 tackles, 1.5 sacks and 11 pass deflections in 2 years with the team. The Eagles never replaced Trotter in 2002 and 2003, losing the NFC Championship thanks to Barry Gardner, his replacement, failing to cover Jojo Revicius in the 2002 NFC Championship game, which cost the Eagles a trip to the Super Bowl. Philadelphia got Trotter back in 2004, but missed a golden opportunity for a championship in 2002 and 2003 by letting him go. Jeremiah Trotter left the Eagles after 2001. 4. Ricky Watters. Watters was incredible in his 3s with the Eagles, becoming a workhorse in the Philadelphia offense in 1995 and 1996. Watters started all 48 games played in an Eagles uniform, rushing an astonishing 975 times for 3,794 yards and 31 touchdowns. Included in those numbers are 1,318 receiving yards and a touchdown. Watters led the NFL with 1,855 yards from scrimmage in 1996 to go with an NFL high 353 carries. WASNT for Waters. The Eagles don't make the playoffs in 1995 or 1996. In two of his threes in Philadelphia, Waters was selected to 2 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pro teams 1995 and 1996. He was also selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame's 1990s All-Decade team, mainly because of his threes with the Eagles. The Eagles' Charlie Garner in the fold, but Waters was a difference maker. Philadelphia chose Garner over Waters, who signed a 4-year, $13 million deal with the Seattle Seahawks. Waters rushed for 3,861 yards and 21 touchdowns over the next 3 years with the Seahawks, while Ducci Staley emerged and replaced Garner. The Eagles released Garner, who had back-to-back 1,000 yards with the San Francisco 49ers and made the Pro Bowl 2 years later. In a sense, the Waters decision hurt the Eagles went 3-13 in 1998. 5. Eric Allen drafted in the second round of the 1988 NFL Draft. Allen never had fewer than 3 interceptions in each of his 7s in Philadelphia. The 5-time All-Pro had a career-high 6 interceptions in 1993, earning NFC Defensive Player of the Week honors twice that. His 4 defensive touchdowns in 1993 led the entire NFL. His 34 interceptions are tied for first in franchise history. Allen started 110 out of 111 games with the Eagles, making 5 Pro Bowl selections. He was selected as a member of the Eagles' 75th anniversary team in 2007. Allen's career ended prematurely in Philadelphia, leaving via free agency after the 1994. He signed a $14 million deal with the New Orleans Saints, a record for defensive players at the time. The Eagles refused to match as Allen called out the franchise shortly after signing with the Saints. Allen went on to play 7 more A's in the NFL with the Saints and Oakland Raiders, resurrecting his career in the Bay Area. He had 15 interceptions in 4 years with Oakland, including 3 which were returned for touchdowns in 2000. Allen is the only player in NFL history with 2 years of 3+ interception returns for touchdowns in 2 separates. A member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame All-Decade team of the 1990s, Allen finished his career with 54 career interceptions, good for 21st all-time. 6. Brian Dawkins. Then Eagles president Joe Banner was the one who ultimately decided to move on from Dawkins at the end of the 2008, even though Dawkins wished to play his entire career with the Eagles. In his 16-year NFL career, Dawkins finished with 1,131 tackles, 37 interceptions, 26 sacks, 120 pass deflections, 36 forced fumbles and 19 fumble recoveries in 224 career games, 221 starts. He was selected to the Pro Bowl 9 times and earned 4 first-team All-Pro honors 6 times overall. Dawkins is one of just 6 players in NFL history with 25 sacks and 25 interceptions in his career. He's the only player in NFL history to record a sack, interception, fumble recovery and touchdown catch in same game against the Houston Texans in 2002. Dawkins was selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame All-Decade team in the 2000s. Dawkins has 34 career interceptions with the Eagles, tied with Bill Bradley and Eric Allen for the most in franchise history. His 32 forced fumbles are the most in franchise history, while his 97 passes defended are second all-time. The Eagles offered Dawkins a 2-year deal. He took a 5-year, $17 million deal with Denver with more guaranteed money, letting him walk. Eagles fans still haven't forgiven the franchise for allowing him to leave.